My lovely viewers, to be frank, you will not believe what went down in Hollywood recently. I mean, forget what you think you know about drama, about behind-the-scenes chaos, about actors losing their cool. This one will make you sit up and say, wait, hold on, what just happened? Picture a normal day on set, lights flickering, cameras rolling, makeup artists running around, actors joking, scripts rustling. Everything looks calm, professional, routine. And yet, under that normal, calm surface, something was brewing that nobody, literally nobody, was ready for. Mommy Nancy, the queen of composure, grace, and that calm energy that makes everyone on set feel like they're in the presence of royalty, suddenly broke down. And I mean, completely, uncontrollably, emotionally. Right there in front of the crew. Right in front of Maurice, the man everyone knows as polite, respectful, and downright charming. Now imagine everyone on set freezing for a moment, wondering if they had accidentally stepped onto the wrong set or if they had just walked into a live soap opera. The day had started perfectly normal. People were laughing, cracking jokes, getting their hair and makeup done. Mommy Nancy herself had even teased a few actors earlier that morning, making everyone feel at ease. The sun was shining, cameras were warm, everything seemed set for a smooth day. And yet, behind her calm demeanor, Mommy Nancy had been silently carrying a storm. Pressure, stress, personal issues she had kept hidden for weeks, it was all there, quietly gnawing at her. Maurice, with all his charm and good energy, was focused on fixing a technical issue with his mic. He didn't realize how the way he said a few words could hit a chord nobody expected. He muttered, "Hold on, more, wait fast," and just like that, something cracked. It wasn't intentional, not a sign of disrespect, just a tone, a fleeting moment, but for Mommy Nancy, it was like a dam finally giving way. She didn't react immediately. She kept rehearsing, reading her lines, trying to stay professional, trying to hold it all together. But if you know the look of someone silently wounded, you know the one I mean, eyes glistening, lips trembling, a face that says so much without a single word. People around noticed something shifted, but none of them could have anticipated what was about to explode. Then came the moment. "Lights on, camera rolling, action," shouted the director. Mommy Nancy delivered her lines beautifully, as always, with the precision of a seasoned pro. But midway, her voice began to crack. People thought she was giving extra emotion for the scene. They had no idea it was real. Then she stopped. Just like that. Tears streaming down her face, heavy, unstoppable, real. The set fell silent. You could literally hear a pin drop. Maurice froze. Crew members exchanged nervous glances. Everyone was trying to figure out if they should intervene or wait. And Mommy Nancy whispered, almost to herself, I'm trying, but the words came out broken, like glass shattering in slow motion. Maurice stepped closer, concerned, gentle, saying, "Ma, are you okay?" But instead of calming her, the words made her cry harder. She turned away, walked to a corner, covering her face. The makeup artist, the costume assistant, even the director followed slowly, unsure of how to comfort someone so publicly vulnerable. It was in that moment that Maurice's face changed. The playful, confident energy he usually carried evaporated. He looked like someone who suddenly realized they might have hurt someone they loved, someone they respected, someone they saw as family. And in truth, Mommy Nancy wasn't just crying because of a sharp tone. She was releasing weeks, maybe months, of bottled up stress. She said, quietly, I don't like being spoken to like that, not by someone I care about. Those words landed like an arrow straight to Maurice's chest. He had never expected this level of emotional depth from a colleague. He realized then that the line between respect, love, and hurt was thinner than he thought. Maurice approached carefully, kneeling beside her like a son begging forgiveness. "Ma, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you. Please forgive me," he said, voice sincere, genuine, human. And slowly, ever so slowly, Mommy Nancy's sobs began to soften. She started to calm down, looking at him with red but soft eyes. "I know you didn't mean it," she whispered. "But I'm tired. I'm carrying so much. When someone I care about snaps at me, it cuts deeper." Those words gave the crew and even Maurice a glimpse into the humanity of someone who always seems unshakable. The director called a break. Production stopped for over an hour. Water, food, tissues circulated. The crew rallied around her. And when she finally returned, she hugged Maurice in front of everyone, a hug that said forgiveness, love, and acknowledgement all at once. It was enough to make grown men emotional. While all this unfolded, another storm was brewing online. Sonia Uch, famous for being blunt, honest, and unapologetically real, dropped a bombshell about Brian Aqua. 30 secrets. 30. The internet exploded. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all ablaze. Brian, probably somewhere in Lagos, must have been wondering if staying offline would have been a better choice. Sonia revealed Brian's hidden generosity, like quietly paying school fees for children in his hometown. One girl only found out years later that he had funded her entire education. The man never wanted recognition. The quiet act of kindness contrasted sharply with his public image, showing a complexity most fans never saw. But she didn't stop there. She shared how Brian borrows money from colleagues and often forgets to pay it back, then flaunts expensive vacations on social media, leaving everyone shaking their heads. Nollywood detectives went to work instantly, trying to figure out who else had been affected. Brian's mentorship also came to light. He is known for helping young actors, coaching them, giving them access to directors, running informal workshops, and helping struggling talents find confidence again. He's building futures quietly while others focus on clout. Then came the stories of unprofessionalism, lateness, tantrums on set, holding up production, demanding special treatment, walking off in the middle of shoots. Directors had to get creative just to manage him. It was frustrating, hilarious, and dramatic all at once. Yet Brian has a charm, a presence, and a generosity that makes people love working with him. He remembers crew members' names, celebrates wrap parties inclusively, and helps people through personal crises, from medical bills to emotional support. He's also romantically complicated, apparently juggling relationships with colleagues, making hearts break quietly behind the scenes, and creating tension nobody wants to address openly. Social media went wild over this revelation. Brian's work ethic, though, is unmatched. He immerses himself in characters, mechanic shops, hospitals, studying real-life traits, all to bring authenticity to his roles. Directors love him for it, knowing he elevates the production. Sonia highlighted his humor, too. He's the life of the set, lifting spirits during exhausting shoots with impressions, jokes, and spontaneous laughter, making everyone forget the stress for a while. But then there are the negatives. He sometimes takes credit for others' ideas, borrows props and costumes without returning them, and has selective memory about promises or commitments, frustrating colleagues. Despite all this, Brian is deeply human, intelligent, well-read, a thinker, a conversationalist, and surprisingly vulnerable. Fame hasn't shielded him from insecurities, doubts, and mental pressures. His love for family, especially his mother, is unwavering. He provides for his siblings, supports extended family, and honors his roots, balancing personal flaws with genuine care for those he loves. Sonia's exposé, while explosive, reminded fans that celebrities are real people with contradictions. You can admire their generosity and humor while acknowledging their flaws. Back on set, after Mommy Nancy's breakdown, the atmosphere changed. People became gentler, more considerate, aware that even strong figures can crumble. Maurice stayed attentive, caring, and deeply empathetic for the rest of the day, showing the power of love, apology, and human connection. Meanwhile, Brian's revelations triggered debates about accountability, growth, and whether fans should judge celebrities for isolated mistakes or celebrate their positive contributions alongside their flaws. Both stories, the breakdown and the exposé, reveal one truth: behind the glamour, the cameras, and the public image, Nollywood stars are humans navigating stress, relationships, responsibilities, and personal growth, just like anyone else. And maybe that's why we love Nollywood so much. Not just for the movies, but for the messy, beautiful, emotional reality behind the scenes. Whether it's Mommy Nancy learning to release her stress, or Maurice showing empathy, or Brian juggling flaws and virtues while mentoring and entertaining, these moments remind us of the complexity of human beings. Life isn't neat. Fame doesn't make it neat. But empathy, care, growth, and love make it meaningful. The lesson. Even icons fall. Even the respected can break. And sometimes, the person who triggers the tear is the same person who can help pick you back up. Social media might explode, rumors may fly, but the human stories, the empathy, the care, the lessons are what really matter. Fans reacted, shared, debated, laughed, cried, and reflected. Both stories became case studies in vulnerability, accountability, and humanity. They also showed us that Nollywood is more than scripts and cameras. It's a family with real bonds, conflict, and care behind the glamour. And if you're watching, wondering if these stars ever sleep or feel overwhelmed, the answer is yes. Just like the rest of us. The drama, the kindness, the mistakes, the humor, it's all part of being human. So the next time you see a celebrity smiling on Instagram, remember, there's a story behind that smile, a struggle behind that composure. Mommy Nancy's breakdown, Maurice's gentle response, Brian's complex life, all these remind us to look beyond the surface. The takeaway. Kindness matters, accountability matters, care matters, and vulnerability is strength, not weakness. Life, like Nollywood, is messy, dramatic, unpredictable, but that's what makes it worth watching. So, what do you think? Have you ever seen someone you admired break down and it made you rethink how you view them? Or witness someone juggling flaws and virtues in a way that makes you simultaneously laugh, shake your head, and respect them? These are the moments that humanize celebrities, that make us realize they're just like us, navigating life with talent, mistakes, heart, and humor. It's a reminder that every act of kindness counts, every apology matters, and every lesson learned is a story worth telling. Even social media chaos, trending news, and public scrutiny can't erase the human connections that truly define us. And if Nollywood teaches us anything, it's that drama isn't just on screen, it's real, messy, emotional, and sometimes profoundly beautiful. So, my people, if this story touched your heart, if it made you laugh, cry, or just think, do the right thing, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because these are the stories that remind us why we watch, why we care, and why Nollywood will always be more than movies, it's life itself, in all its messy, dramatic glory. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and remember, behind every glamorous smile is a story waiting to be told.